Alright, there we go. Welcome, welcome. I should hide this screen a little bit more. And hey, Nocturnal, how are you? I hope you're going well. I am just running a little bit late tonight. I had to get my robots.txt working on Near Beach's marketing site. It's working, yay. I even have the sitemap, so if I actually copy this, go up here, the sitemap is now working, which is great news. Is that the food? I'm assuming so. Awesome, food's here. I slept till 10 a.m. It's only 10:48 now. Fair enough. Yeah, hopefully I don't sleep in that much tomorrow. I want my weekend. I slept in the other day on Thursday. I was meant to get up at 6 o'clock and start going to work at 6:30, and I just couldn't. I just slept in. Alright, so we've got this all up and running, which I'm happy about. I've got to make sure that the blogs are working. So I will take a couple of seconds on this. Alright, cool. There is one thing I do want to fix up with these blogs, but it's all working as expected now. Great. Sweet. It's not a big site, so I can check out that test pretty quickly. Cool. Let's jump into Visual Studio. I just realized I have not duplicated this tab. Thank you. Alright, that's do that. I can close this now. I'm just working hard, getting everything all sorted and all that kind of stuff for the release. I want to open up recent. I want to open up Near Beach. Sweet. I want to go over here. I want to go near beach.u track. Socks. Stay away from my food. I'm only focusing on these critical ones at the moment. We can fix this one, can't have underscores in usernames. This is just the validation not allowing those particular symbols. So we're going to remove some validation from the code. Pretty simple, quick and easy stuff. So first off, let's get branch. Got to see what branch I'm on. I'm going to clean up a lot of these branches off this main. Great. Get pull. Excuse me, eating. Got the latest code. Now what we want to do is we want to go to the source, JavaScript, not Vuex. We want to go components, we want users, and we want new user. So at the moment, if we scroll down, under validations, we've got username alpha numerical. We just want to get rid of that. We want to clean up this now because we don't have that in here at all. So we're just getting rid of it completely. Then what we need to do, npm run prod. And we'll just quickly build it. Now, I've realized I haven't actually gone through here and retested all the 67s bugs, which I've got to actually do. So I'm not going to change that to ready for retesting just yet. Oh my god, this is slow. I'll put socks on stream whilst I eat. Right, this is completed. Now, organization information. Actually, before I do anything, let's actually add git commit. Let's add in the bug fix. All right, and git push. So I'm going to put this one in ready in progress. This weekend I'll be going through the ready for retesting and testing all of them. That way I can be like, these have been tested for this particular thing and so forth like that. So yeah. All right. Can't upload documents to Azure Blogs. I think I've got a plan for that. But I do want to do that offline just because I know I'll accidentally leak my credentials because I will do something stupid. So I'm not going to do that online, but I'll talk about it. Cannot update group settings. Let's... Organization information page load error. All right, so let's test this one out. npm run watch. Let's just hit play. That shouldn't take too long. All right. Let's go admin. All right, so list organizations, we go into here, and then we go to 403. So, if we open this up, let's zoom in for you guys. Sweet, then we go into our network, we're just gonna hit reload. All right, so we've got get destination, get location, associate objects. Ooh. All right, I see the issue on the network tab. Sorry, I'm just eating. We've got this, which of course is forbidden. So object data, get destination, get associated object. So it's down here, the associated object. All right, let's have a look. We ignore the static files, we ignore the tests. We ignore the views for the moment. We ignore the URLs, and we're just having a look at this. So this destination under associated objects.view. So let's have a look under the view. There's this wrapper down here. So we've got associated objects, destination and location -ID. Don't say we are. And hello, Tricky Punting. How are you? Welcome to my stream. This is my cat Socks. Should get a look at the. There we go. And yes, welcome. So finally popping in. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm just programming. So essentially, I'm building this, which is a project management system, and we've got a bug where essentially we've got this popping up. And if we have a look under our network, we'll notice that it's getting a weird URL. Get destination and get location ID, those shouldn't be those values. So we're gonna find out what's going on here. And it's probably a typo somewhere, because whenever I look at this component down here, I notice that the location hyphen ID is 1, which is weird. So I think I know what's going on. Yeah, it is a bit of wizard shit sometimes, yes. So I think I don't have props. Yeah, definitely don't have props. So props is one way of getting data from one component to another. Vuex is another, which I'm using map getters. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put in destination, get destination, and then location ID, get location ID. Here. And another thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to search for this component. Like so. So under organization modules, we are sending stuff down, which I believe we don't need to send down here. So what I'm doing, just waiting for it to compile properly. Still getting a 403. No, did that? It didn't compile. Permission denied. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. So let's have a look at our view. So we click on it. We've got view bindings, we've got destination, we've got location ID. Let's get destination at no. So if we have a look at our Vuex, destination unknown, location unknown. All right. So I've got to do some tricky stuff. And I should move this. There we go. She's sitting in her bed now. She'll probably fall asleep. All right. So, what I got to do is I've got to send data upstream now. So if I have a look at the components, we've got organization modules, and this has the data we want. So originally we were just sending it down, and I could do it via the prop method, and I'm just double checking. It looks like I am doing it via the prop method. Oh no, I'm doing it via the bind method there. All right, so what I've got to do, organization modules, I've got to send it upstream. So in here, what we want to do when it's mounted, so we're updating the URL, we're updating the user level. send the destination and location to view X. So with this $store.commit type. Now I forgot what the command is for this, so I'm just going to have a look at the view X. The view X itself, so mutations, update destination. Update destination, and then what we've got is destination will equal this dot destination, and location ID is this dot location ID. All right. So we're just gonna wait for that to compile. That will take about 2 seconds, hopefully. And then if we hit refresh, we no longer have all those errors. We do have this error still. So if we go to associated object, find out when this is running. Now it is waiting. So, oh, yep, treats. So what I want to do is I'm just going to put a console log destination. This dot destination, right, like so. Let that compile. I don't know where the treats went. I'll be right back. I've got to run and get the treats. Here you go, sweetie. Oops. Eat them slower. Yeah, she's really cute. She's also very special. She loves to lick the bed sometimes. Or sit on my mouse. I've got to get her... Oh, well, I've got several mice here I could use as decoy mice. All right, she's now going into the explore and licking my hand. Oh. All right, we'll get back to this. So we're still having this problem. So I'm just going to go up here. Going to double check with the view X because we got get destination. I'm just going to copy and paste. And then get location ID. Can't leave any treat particles behind yet. I know. She loves the treats. Alright. Here she is. There we go. She's all regal at the moment. Climbed onto my shoulder and just... Aww. Latte. He saw the treats and went off for food. All right, so Oh, I've done it in the stupid location. Whoops. Oh. Why was that there? Okay, get location and stuff like that in the map getters. All right, waiting a couple of seconds. Hitting refresh. So we no longer have 403. We no longer have that issue on here. Now I do want to, because we're going through this, customer list, props are fine. So we're, yep, view binding. Documents module, view binding. Associated objects, view binding. MISC. All right, MISC we want to, we definitely want to, socks is like not the prettiest place to, this is a family friendly stream, socks, there you go, in your bed. Good girl. So another bug, potential bug here is this MISC module. So if we actually go to another object, yeah, I know, it's just like, look at my butt. I think requirement information will have MISC too. So yeah, if we open this up, and what we want to do, not this one, but this one, we've got the parent modules, we've got the MISC module here, and that's also props. We want to move that into view X. A lot of this is so view bindings. I'm just double checking everything at the moment. View bindings, view bindings, view bindings, view bindings. I think I've just missed it when updating everything to, yeah, it's just the MISC modules. So what I want to do is let's actually search for MISC module. So we've got it in two places. So essentially we can delete this now. And we can delete this. And then what we want to do is what the hell happened then? Come on. All right, MISC module. I want to don't want to worry about the static. Bang, MISC module. So destination location we don't want. What we want is this to be imported with Vuex. So Vuex. So import map getters from Vuex. Be all lowercase, and then under computed we want ... map getters, and then get an object destination will equal get destination, and location ID is get location ID. And then I can get rid of this data. So, and then save. I think we could probably get rid of it here too, because if we're just passing it down, there's nothing in here apart from a basic setup. I don't even think we're using that. New version of Vue? What are we up to now? I won't. I think I'm still on 3.2. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm still on 3.2. And hey, Sandy, just wondering why you're having to change this. Was it just a bug then? Yeah, it was just a bug on my half. I think what's actually happened is because I've moved to Vuex for all that stuff, I've just missed this one module. And I think it's quick and easy to fix up. I just need to get rid of that as a prop and put the Vuex down that far, and then this will just stay here. And I think I removed this recently too. So a lot of this is just getting removed. I don't need that. A lot of this is literally not required at the moment. But I kind of want to keep this level up here, just because I might add more stuff to the MISC. So if I get rid of this and save, let's find the list tag modules. Let's see where it's used. So list tags module. It's used here and here. All right, sweet. So it's only used in one spot. So if I go to definition, what I could do is we've got Vuex here. Get destination, get location ID. We don't have any props. So yeah, it was just me missing just one little tiny component. All right. But that came out in May. I don't want to upgrade to 3.3 just yet. The reason being is I want to get this deployment out, really. I don't want to add in any more complication. I don't want to accidentally break stuff. Let me just get it out. All the view versions. Yeah, I just noticed that too. Don't know about Blade Runner. Was there an anime for Blade Runner? I don't know. Cowboy Bebop, straight. Evangelion, sorry. Ghost of the Shell, Hunter x Hunter, which I haven't seen. I haven't seen most of these. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I haven't seen yet. Kill la Kill, One Piece. Yeah, I know. It's... Hunter x Hunter is very good. Ooh. Yes, I do know I need to watch JoJo's. I was tossing up whether to buy the manga or just watch the anime. I've still got to catch up with my One Piece. So I think I'm up to the 4th manga. I just haven't sat down and read anything in a while. Alright, I'm just getting distracted, sorry. We just want view where? Oh, is it just called view now? View. I'm just looking at the versions. So I said I was on 3.2.36. I think I'm on 26. That might be something I want to potentially update soon. However, what I'll do is I'll get a release out before I think about doing that. But yeah, it might be nice to, once I get 0.30 out, to actually look at updating Vue.js for 0.30.1. All right. Just double checking I didn't break anything. Should return an object, misc module. All right, what have I broken? Yeah, that's all I need for this. It's probably complaining because it has nothing in there. Let's have a look under organizations. Should return an object. I mean, what I could potentially do is ignore missed object completely and just have list tags module, but yeah, I think that will be the easiest way. All right, let's find out where it's used. Misc module, so it's in two places. So in here, so what we want to do is we just want to paste in this one. We're getting rid of this. All good and dandy. We're just going to paste this in. No, I screwed that up. All right, and now we just wait a couple of seconds. We're gonna hit reload. Oh, I forgot to do one thing. Now we're importing list tags module from modules, sub modules, and then list tags module. And then we go down here, we gotta tell it that list tag module. Now I don't know why it does that sometimes. That's in here. And we've got to do the same thing with this one. We've just got to tell its components, be like, hey, this component's no longer exists. Oops, did I get rid of the misc module? Nope. Sorry. Nope, we don't want this module anymore. What we want is, actually, you know what? If I yank the line, it's gonna be better. It's telling me I should delete this. And then going down here and then going list tags module. Waiting a couple of seconds, hitting reload. We no longer have that warning. We've still got this working perfectly fine. So it mustn't like an empty component. So at the moment, I'll leave that in the code. Cannot find, right, cool. This one is on parent. So what I want to do is, let's just delete this. Oh, I know why. I had .. // it was just meant to be .. /. So list tags module, this is why we test. And don't assume. All right, cool. So we've got no warnings now. So this page is working. I'm going to quickly eat the rest of my food. Give me 2 seconds, sorry. Yep. It is actually, it happens more often than not. Tricky. There is a big difference between // and // means the directory above. // means this current directory. Alright, so we've now done this. I'm just going to leave that in progress. So we're happy with this one. What I want to do, npm run prod. I'm compiling production and pushing that up. Just because this is master, I'm kind of more leaning on actually in master to do that. Really should be branching this out and all that kind of stuff, but I feel like the release candidate 3 is going to be this weekend easily. Sorry, this one takes forever. Oh, there we go. All right, cool. Git status, git add everything. Yeah, let's git commit bug fix, paste that in, and then we're pushing that code up. Cool. So we've done this one, Can't upload documents to Azure Blobs. I'm not going to do that one on stream because I feel like I will accidentally leak my credentials. But I will just explain what I'm going to be doing so everyone knows I'm on the same, so everyone knows what I'm doing. So under the settings file, sorry, I want local, I want settings. I'm going to include these two in the Docker. Actually, I can open up the Docker. New window. Because I did this last night. I was exhausted and just didn't finish it. So in the Docker file, what's going to happen is if the AWS key exists, it's going to declare these two, the AWS ID key and the AWS secret key, access key, which are two keys which are used to access your S3 buckets. The same sort of thing for this particular one, but it's going to be called Azure Storage Connection. And then in the document section of NearBeach, so if I go to NearBeach, our views, and then our documents, which is at the start of the alphabet, not the end, it's going to be similar to this. So if that key exists, then I'm going to open up the client with the connection string. I'm then going to do something similar to this. So that's the connection string for the S3 bucket. Do we get a response? So that's uploading it. Oh, that's downloading it, sorry. There's a similar one for uploading. Get max upload, no. Handle document permissions, we go here. So it'll be similar where it'll connect and then upload. So we'll have a if else here with this in here, and then I'm gonna copy the same sort of code which Azure has supplied most of. So it's just copying that and getting it to work. But yeah, I don't want to accidentally leak my connection strings or anything like that on stream. So I'm not going to be doing that one on stream. All right, cannot update group settings. So this one is a weird one, so let's have a look at it. So if you're an administrator and you've accidentally created now I'm making sure this is localhost, group name misspelled. Let's say it's misspelled, all right. And you're meant to be, oh, misspells. Misspells a word. Yeah, it's meant to be misspell. So you go in, you're like, misspell, and you update the group. You actually get this error. So let's fix that. So let's go to our network. Let's see what our network has told us. So it's a 400 bad request. So if we look at http.cat 400, you can see it's a bad request. This is how Socks wakes up in the morning. So if we look at the request, we've got parent group. Oh, all right. So it looks like it's saying parent group is the problem. So what we want to do is straight off the bat, let's get our headers. Let's go, we want group information save. So we go to near beach because this is the back end. Views, we want to go to group views and we're looking for save. So group information save. So I think it has to do with the new group form. Required false. Okay, let's have a look at the request. It's null. So it's sending null to the back end. This might be a front end thing. All right, so what I want to do is I want to go to our code. I want to go to our source, our JavaScript, our components. I'm scrolling all the way down to our group. I don't need to scroll down that far. To our groups. And under group information, so when we're sending the data, we're sending null. And I think that's the major cause. All right, we don't need that mounted sort of stuff. So I think it's this one line here. So what we've got to do, if not null. All right, so if this dot parent group model does not equal null, and this dot parent group model does not equal an empty string, we want to send it. All right, so am I still running my, no, I'm not. npm run watch. Sorry, should have put on that first. Whilst that's happening, I'm going to quickly run and get some water. I'll be back in about 10 seconds. You can look at socks. All right, compiled. Let's get back into it. Okay. So if we hit reload and we upgrade group, it now works. Let's double test that. Misspell. And there we go. All right, this is working as expected. So, once again, I should just compile this as a prod. Sorry, have to compile again as prod. Shouldn't take too long. I'm just going to sell the cube whilst this is happening. So yeah, a lot of these bugs, which are critical at the moment, are luckily very easy to solve. So I've got high hopes of doing the 0.30 release next week. If everything goes well on the weekend, hopefully early next week, and I can throw a little party. It'll be nice. All right, now that is done, we're going to add everything, git commit, bug fix. I've just written bug fucks. Bug fix. There we go. All right. And that has been sent off. So what we want to do now is we are just going to go in progress. Once again, I've got to go through all these ready for testing. That's a tomorrow job. It is, yeah, let's just say it's very boring on stream. But it'd be nice for tomorrow to go through all of it and be like, yes, this works. Yes, this works. Yes, this works. All right, stack files not creating. So what we want to do, I'm just trying to think what would be the best solution for this. Let's fix up it in the Docker file before we do another release. Because I don't want to do another release candidate at the moment. I want to fix the Azure stuff first. Once the Azure stuff is fixed, then I'll do the next release candidate. So hopefully, if all goes well, hopefully tomorrow, tomorrow afternoonish, I'll have the second release, well, technically the third release candidate out. So for those that don't know, I did a release candidate. I was so excited and stuff like that. I was like, all right, sweet, release candidate out the door. Let's click on this. Oh, can I see other versions? Release history. So I did release candidate, and then I jump on here and I realize that there's no hyphen or a full stop after the 0. And I was like, oh, that's going to annoy me. So I was like, all right, cool, not a problem. I'll just delete it and just retry uploading. But the problem is, when I did that, it was like, nah, mate, it's meant to be in this format. And then I couldn't re-upload the work. So I'm technically on release candidate 2 because I screwed up the first release candidate. So, yep, these things happen. All right, so downloads per month 400. Yeah, all right. PHP package. Yeah, I've got. That'll be great when that uploads. Updates, parsing. All right, I do actually have to check Circle CI very quickly, just to make sure all my test builds are tests are still running. And great news, it is still running. So hopefully in the 030 branch we will knock out more unit and end-to-end tests. So that way when it does run and stuff like that, essentially we just want stuff to work. Yeah. Alright, so going back to this, static files not creating. Let's actually duplicate this. Let's pull this out. Let's paste that in there. All right, so this is our Docker files. Let me just make the profiles programming on laptop screen. Nope. Wrong one. Sorry. Settings, profile. I want streaming profile. There we go. Everything's big. Everything's glorious. So, this is our settings PY. This should be fine because these won't trigger. So I want to get rid of this. The Docker image itself. That is fine. The setup and run search. I just want to see if this will work. So if I go git status, git add, git commit. All right. So what we're doing, one, adding in Azure connection strings. Two, adding in the manage collect static functionality. And then I'm going to git push. Now this will automatically trigger one of our GitHub actions. So we'll go over to GitHub right now. So we want robotic head, near beach, Docker. Someone forked it. Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. All right, actions. I will zoom in. Terribly sorry. Now you might have noticed if we go back to the Docker image file, you'll notice that I've knocked down the platforms just to Linux AMD 64. That's just to speed up everything for the moment. So that way I can test things quicker instead of waiting up to 40 minutes for this to actually finish. It just takes 2 minutes, which is, a lot better. I will be re-enabling this all again just because I do know there is a bug out there which Nearbeach won't run on certain servers through Docker. And the idea is I want them to run. So, yeah. All right, going back to this should have built suites. Let's go to Docker Hub. So hub.docker. Let's look up Nearbeach. So we should have sent a tag over this one, last push a minute ago, sweet. As you see, it is slightly smaller. Nocturnal, if you're still there. I've still got to get how I've written this down on my whiteboard, the shrink command to work. But what we did the other day, even though, where's my Docker file? Oh, wrong file. Oh, I'm not doing it actually. Oh, don't worry. Sorry, I've still got to get the shrink to work. I think it was either this that broke it, or it was this that broke stuff. So I commented them out. All right. So what I'm actually going to do is, yeah, I know, it's one of them that broke it. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually in my Azure portal. I'm going to the near beach test and I'm hitting restart. All right. So I can give it a go this weekend if you want. If you want, it'll be great. I'm also wanting to also do it. But I know you'll probably sit there and be like, oh yeah, you just do this. All right, if we go to test.nearbeach.app, this will actually take a little while to boot up. So yeah, another thing which I've got to document hopefully soon too, especially once I get the Azure Blob storage working, is writing up instructions on how to actually get it up. Fair enough, leave it. Yeah, cheers, thank you. Don't worry, if I have questions, I will be asking. What was I going? Oh yes, once I get out release candidate 3, I've got to write a little blog, talking about how to get it up and running on Azure Web Apps. And then I've got to start thinking about making it so that the cool, it worked. Now I just realized I've still got my if I go to my deployment center, I've still got debug mode on as true. So I'm going to put that as false. So for example, if we go to a random page, I can see all the debug stuff. So what I need to do, debug, I'm just changing that to false. I'm going to save. I can't share that on the screen because it has all my credentials in it. Is that a serverless Heroku kind of thing? No, not quite serverless. So, yeah, don't want to share my credentials again. So the web apps are essentially kind of like a VM, but not quite. The great thing about this is I don't need to worry about any of the underlying sort of frameworks like PHP, .NET, or any of that sort of stuff, and having to worry about updating it. Like I don't need to, like if I'm running a VM, I have to make sure I've got the latest sort of security patches and stuff like that. With the Azure Web Apps, I don't need to worry about it. That comes with some limitations in the sense that, for example, I can't get Bugzilla to work on the web apps because Bugzilla needs Apache. WordPress has been very finicky for me on the web apps because once again, it's usually an Apache. You usually install it with Apache and stuff like that. So, you know, it's got its benefits, it's got its, you know, pros and cons with it. So in this sort of case, it was great for .NET stuff, and like my Umbraco marketing site, just sets up really fast. I've got some other sort of web applications running on it and so forth like that, which is great because then I don't need to spend time worrying about the VM and tightening down the VM or anything like that. So yeah. And I think it's rather cheap. So if we go app service, you can also use Windows and stuff like that, but we all know I don't. I think I'm on the basic tier. I think I've bumped up to about this one, if memory serves me correct. Actually, I can really tell if I actually click on the web app itself. So I am service plan. I am pricing plan B2. Yeah, I'm on this one. So it costs me 27 US dollars, $27 a month. But yeah, I'm running the Near Beach application on an OS ticket. I was running a Robotic Head site and the Near Beach app. Sorry, the Near Beach marketing site. All right, I'm just going to hit reload. Oh. Did that not do what I wanted? Sorry, I closed my Azure portal. I'm just reopening it right now. All right, Near Beach test. Deployment center. Debug is false, so I've saved that overview. I'm just going to restart again. Just because things don't like to work around me. And that is Near Beach test. Why is it still booting up? Ah, there we go. Just took a little while to actually reboot. Alright, let's sadly have to wait for it to reboot, but whilst we're doing this, we can have a look at code. So what I want is this to actually work. I realize I haven't actually uncommented out that one line too. I need to actually do that. Presto. Alright, so this should migrate everything, manage migrations. Alright, this is what we want to happen every single time we get them to upgrade, which usually will require them restarting if they're on the latest version. And then collect static. Alright, cool. And then run the server. Alright. Did that work? That looks like it's working. I am just having a look at the diagnose and solve problems because there should be application logs. And what I want to do is double check that it's downloaded everything. Alright, what's the time at the moment? So it's 20:52, so we're after 10:52 or less. I'm just having a quick look through these logs. Looks like it just didn't download the latest version. And we definitely shouldn't be seeing this. We should be seeing a 404 page. And it's still saying debug equals true in your Django settings file. So I think it's not using the latest Docker file. All right, there is a way around this. We can do a release candidate. Sorry, bear with me for a couple of seconds as I think about this. I need to, not only to that, I would need to do the PYPI stuff too. All right, I think I know what's the cause here. Just double clicking on Deployment Center. Okay, let's go into here. If we click on our Docker file itself, okay, it's downloading stuff. We need the requirements text file. So it's using the latest RC2. Okay, that is kind of what we want. None of this has been updated. So what I'm going to do is I am going to call this RC2. I'm going to put this right up there with that same version used. So git status, git add, git commit. RC2 release. And then we can test a couple of things straight off the bat. And then tonight, I do want to actually release that Azure stuff for the RC3. I want to release it and get it tested. Yeah. All right. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud at the moment of how I could do this. This won't take too long to actually implement. What I'm doing is I'm just changing the version up there. We're just going to go over here. We're going to go back to the near beach Docker automation type thing. This is the RC2 release. So at least we match everything up with the PYPI in this. I will be writing documentation on how I actually deploy all this processes, just so that other people can see what I do, also to give feedback. Just because it is getting a bit tricky and I do want to actually automate quite a lot of this. So yeah. A good way which I could also automate stuff is actually getting Git actions to release to PYPI. I'll have to figure it out though. All right, looks like this is built. Let's go to our Docker Hub. Let's hit refresh. So we should now see an RC2 tag in here. Maybe not right away. Let's sign in. should automatically sign in. There we go. Manage repository. Didn't, what? Oh, I've done something stupid, haven't I? Alright. Mistake from last commit. We got to add RC2 at end of tag. At least this takes a minute. So it's not too long. Simple mistake. All right, come on, let's all go to the lobby. I don't know why I've got that song stuck in my head. All right, this is not taking too long. Alright, it's exporting that. I should have uncommented that line. Oh, did I? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay, this should be done. All right, sweet. So if we go over here and hit reload. There we go, RC2. So what I'm doing is I'm updating my image. I'm hitting save. And then what I should be doing is not localhost. Where's our test environment? So test.nearbeach.app. That took way too quickly. Oh, wrong tab. I'm just going to stop the web app. When all else fails, you know, you stop it, you turn it off, and then you turn it back on. All right, I'm going to hit start. All right. Should take a couple of seconds.
Hey, Steffi, how are you? Switched out the face cam for a cat cam, giving the internet what it wants. Yes. Yes. She's like, what? I'm trying to sleep. Nah, I'm just... Alright, this is weird. Why? Alright, if I go to deployment center, let's remove that one line. Let's go save. And let's hit refresh. I don't know what's going on here. I'm probably going to have to actually FTP into this. Alright, give me a couple of seconds. I am just going to use FileZilla. Right, I'm just going to new site. Near Beach application test. All right. Yep. We want SFTP. We want that. We want the normal login details because we got it here. And then we connect. And by the way, how are you, Steffi? I hope you're going well. You good last work day before summer vacation and yourself? Ah, well, lucky. I'm jealous. I'm just busy. Just busy. Oh, okay. There's nothing here because it's all... Yeah, it's all the Docker stuff. View and edit. Sorry, give me just a couple of seconds. So I'm just going to be opening up this log file. It was oh, that's the wrong log file. Whoops. It should be in downloads. 2023. Failed transfer. Ah, what? All right. I'm just going to quit that. Just going to click out of that. I'm going to ignore that. And we'll go back to this. Still editing secrets? Yeah, pretty much. I don't want to accidentally do something stupid again. Oh, all right. I just need to wait. Okay, great news. No, I want to go to that address. Okay, this is the problem we had the other day. The collect static looks like it's not working. So this brings up a 404 not found. Okay, cool. What I want to do is I want to go over to diagnostics and solve problems. So this is another bug, but the fix for this is as simple as sort of hard coding in my CDN. Which then I would need to make sure I would upload all the static files to the CDN. Could be as stupid as holding up your mail to the face cam with address for everyone to see. I luckily haven't done that yet. I have had to delete one of my latest streams because I realized in my downloads folder that my address was there. Which is, I'm making sure I've actually closed that. Yes, I have. All right, cool. Availability too critical. It's available at the moment. Application logs. So just making sure I don't accidentally share anything here. Running files, running near beach. Static files to Ocean Suite static. Oh. All right, so what I'll do is I'll take a screenshot. And what I need to do, I'll bring this over here. And I'll zoom in. So this is part of the log file. So 474 static files copied to Ocean Suite static. Finite did once with confidence ask him how hilarious it was. And how are you, Cholo? How are you? Hopefully you're going well. I am fixing up an issue. So what I want to do is I want to click on this. I want to copy the URL. I want to paste it up here. So I want to have Ocean Suites static put in there. And it's still a 404. So I think the problem is it can't get to these files. Which is annoying, but not the end of the world. I'm now trying to think. Unless it's something stupid, like static / Ocean Suites / static. No, it's not. And I can't get to these files. How have you been, Cholo? Hopefully you're doing well. All right. So this, I'm not too worried about this because, yeah, once again, the fix is for me to just go, all right, just use the CDN. If we have a look at the, so we're going in here, if we have a look at the settings file, we have the static URL as that, and then the static URL as that. So in reality, it should just work. Famous last words. All right, so what I want to do is I want to open recent. I want to test Docker because I've got a simple file in here, the Docker compose file. I'm just going to select everything, delete. And then what I want to do is near beach.org. I want to do self-hosting. I'm going to copy all this and paste it in. I'm just going to name these. Once again, this is just as a testing sort of purpose. I want to test out one thing. And we want RC2. And we'll go secret key. I don't need any of that at the moment. Admin username, let's just put in this. Admin email, let's put in this. And then what I need, HTTP localhost 8000. All right, as for the volumes and all that kind of stuff, that should all be fine. And if I save, and down here I just go docker compose up. And we're going to test this locally. So I don't know if this is a problem that is on the Azure Web App or if it actually is a constant problem. So I don't have debug in here. So in theory, what will actually happen is if we click on the settings file and we scroll all the way up, we've got this debug where it goes to false by default. And hopefully this casting is not making this false or true. That would really peeve me off. But if we have a look at, we're getting a, and if we go network, we are getting a 404 page. So it looks like that feature is now working. Oh no, there's no matching manifest for Linux ARM 64 V8. Oh. All right. Docker image. I am just going to go and copy that, paste it in. I know this is going to take a few more long minutes, so git add, git commit, adding back for Mac M1 testing. You could put those environment variables in an env as well, then you don't have to edit your Docker Compose files when they change. Yeah, I can. I mean, one thing which, if I do the CDN, I would comment these two lines out. And then it's not too hard to actually put the CDN in here. And then that will simplify things, because if the person's using the CDN, they don't need to do this, and this will fail. And the reason why it will fail is because they don't have access to the CDN. But if it's depending how many people are using the page, depends how expensive the CDN will get. I don't foresee it getting expensive. So, for example, I'm using Cloudflare. Sorry, I think it's this one will have the CDN price. So I'm using free community docs, CDN. Pricing. Oh, I don't think they did have the pricing on CDN and stuff like that. Oh wait, R2 CDN pricing. Socks is looking extra cute at the moment. She's like, oh yeah. Sleepy. So yeah, I don't. Storage definitely won't hit that. 1 million requests per month. I definitely don't see that happening. So, all right. So I should just do this in Excel. Okay, requests per month. Sorry, I'll zoom in. A million. All right, so if we format that into, okay, requests per day equals that divided by average of 30. Requests per hour equals that divided by 24. Requests per minute equals this divided by 60. Requests per second equals this divided by 60. So, I mean, I don't foresee people doing that. And the idea is your browser will cache it as best as possible, so even I would be surprised if I even get a lot, even if I had heaps of users. I don't think that will happen. Doesn't CDN usefulness also scale with the number of users? For only a few users, CDN is extra complexity for little game. Yes, yeah. In this sort of case, the CDN does actually kind of help. For me, at least. Alright, sorry, just before I lose track of all the things, let's see if this is updated now. So we've got the AMD and an ARM64 now. So if we go over here, let's do the Docker Compose. I want to see if I can access my static files. Oh, it's only pulling 223 megabytes now. Oh, that's nice. Your admin email is not valid email. Oh yes, you're right. Luckily, this is just for a test. That would have taken me forever to spot, by the way. All right, now it's just waiting for the database. Can't connect to database on the server. Why is that? Connection alive. All right, sweet. It just took a little while. Okay, it's pushing all of those. So it just collected the static. Did it collect the static? Oh no, it's just showing permissions and all that kind of stuff. I don't know why I still have that in there. Wait for database, migrate, initiate admin. Yeah, all right. Well, this is taking a lot longer than expected. Usually the migrations happen in a few seconds. There we go. It's getting there. It's creating the account. Yep, sweet, with my bad username. All right, localhost. Ooh, wrong tab. Localhost 8000. It's not working here either. All right. All right, let's have a look at this. Because it's saying running migrations. This is not here. It's in here. All right, just give me 2 seconds. I just want to try one little tiny thing. So we got manage, init admin, run server, but what if I go python manage.py collect static here. Which you kind of want to do because you still want to collect the static. Yeah. All right. Let's have a look. So it's just waiting for database. It's all connected. I'm doing it ls all. That's where I'm doing it. All right. I'll get rid of that piece of code in a minute. It's run the static files. And it's still got a 404. All right, so what I want to do, now, where would the static files be? Okay, so I'm just going to do an ls all here also. Let's find out where the static files are falling into. Docker compose up. I better check the time. Oh, 9:30, yep, I've still got time. And hey, how are you? I hope you're going well. We are just finding out where my static files have gone. Oh, so the static files have been copied to Ocean Suite static. When in reality, they should be... Where should they be normally? Sorry, give me 2 seconds. Sorry, I've just got to make sure I didn't do anything stupid then. All right, I didn't. All right. So if we have a look in here, now the cat's gone. Yeah, I know, she ran away. Got up a bit late, no motivation, lol. I know there's that feeling at the moment. It's in the room it's not too bad. It's about 19.7 degrees Celsius because we got the heater on, but outside it is cold. Yeah, in the mornings it's been hard getting up in the mornings. Let's just say that. I've been trying. Alright, so what's actually happened is if we go into our entitled document, we've got a static file here, but in this sort of case, what's happened is that the static file has been under Ocean Suite. So what we should be doing is let's get rid of this because we won't need it here. At least I know we're heading towards spring. We're still, it's because I live near the bay, spring won't happen until mid-September if we're lucky. Sometimes it can get very late September, even into October. And that's just because we live near a large body of water. Alright, so in here we've got it as static, but we've got this as base directory static. .3c is the high today. Oh my god. That would be the lovely at the moment. I think it got to 14 here. 13 degrees it got to. Lovely. And currently it's 11. And it's gonna rain tonight. Ah, lovely. And then 13 again tomorrow. I mean, out of how cold it can get, I mean, 13 is not too bad. I've been in colder. Currently 25 degrees Celsius. Ooh, that's lovely, that temperature. All right, so I'm just wanting to double check everything. So where did I find that static files have been copied to Ocean Suite static? So, but we've got the URL, a static root, that which should be fine. So it should be okay. So what I want to do is I want to ls Ocean Suite. Let's get to the bottom of this. I should also get rid of this one line. So no migrations to apply, and then in here what's happening now? Oh, okay, yeah, those are the groups and all that kind of stuff. I can't see the static files. Huh. Whoa, 46 degrees Celsius. Holy hell. it gets too humid. Ah, fair enough. Well, Las Vegas, isn't that dry? Alright, I think I know what's going wrong here. I think base directory and then this. So if we copy this, let's see if this exists. And then what we want to do is dry heat. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, we do, apart from at the moment, because we've had a La Nina for the last couple of years, but Melbourne does get some dry heat. But during La Nina, it's a bit humid. I don't mind either way. Alright, copy the static files. So we've just done an ls on Ocean Suite static, and there they are. But why can't we access them? We should be able to. Static near beach. With all the downsides of nearly all wildlife trying to kill you, yeah. Well, we all saw the video of the spider outside my bedroom. That thing was bigger than my hand. All right, it's there, but we can't access it. Yep. I was up for a couple of hours after seeing it. I had a little huntsman not that long ago, which would have been about the size of my pinky, as in lengthwise. Yeah, that one got put outside. As for the big one bigger than my hand, yeah, I don't know where that one went. I left it alone because it looked very aggro. And I was like, yeah, it knows I'm here, and it knows that I know it's there, and essentially left it alone, and it probably crawled back into the roof. All right, this is... So it's there. The directory owns it. It pretty much is. Alright, I'm just wondering. So Docker. Let's I want to see one thing. I want to see what the root directory will look like. So I'm stopping everything, I'm starting everything. To be fair, that was a really big huntsman. It's probably the biggest I've seen. Yeah. Alright, so we've booted up everything, we've copied the files, we've done this. I think what's got to happen is it's got to go in here. I think I've got to edit my Docker file. No, the settings file. Instead of having base directory static, I have base directory Ocean Suite. Static. And I think it's got to be that. Alright, so git status. Alright, git add, git commit. Trying to fix these static files for the Docker file. And let's push. And what I got to do, I've got to kill this. I've got to open up the dashboard. Let's just get rid of that volume. Oh, no, image. Okay, we don't need that one anymore, so we need to... And this one. All right, delete. Image in use. All right, close. All right, we just need to delete the top one, really. Container. Oh. Test Docker. All right, cool. So going back to this, yeah. It is a very long flight. For me to get anywhere, so for example, if I wanted to go to Thailand, it would take me 14 hours or more. Getting to Bali, I think, is just over 5 hours. And yeah, it isn't, yeah, it's not cheap. Yeah, that's the problem with being in Australia, is we're so isolated from everything else. Alright, let's see if this has finished. I'm just going to dismiss that for the moment because I'll update after stream. We all know what happens whenever I update just before stream or during stream. Things just stop working. Chicago to Sydney is 3K. Holy hell. Actually, out of curiosity, so Qantas is the more expensive airline in Australia. They're not so reliable anymore. So if you're going Sydney to Chicago, let's also go the same way. I'm just out of curiosity. Flights, let's say in October. I'll be technically a little closer, we're in Nevada, yeah. Flights from London to Sydney take about 22 hours and 50 minutes. Yeah, I would actually have to stop at Singapore. I would have to actually have a, because the good thing about Singapore airport is they've got hotels there. I would have to stay there. There's no way I could do that long a flight. Okay, it's not so bad for us going to you. Let's just pick a random one. And also going back, return. I don't have to have the trip yet. All right, cool. Return. Oh, yep. Okay, not so bad for us. All right, did this update? I think so. Let's have a look. 2K from Vegas to Sydney and only 18 hours. Oh, 18 hours is pushing it for me. So the first time I traveled overseas, I went to Thailand. So it took us 14 hours to get there, but we left at night. So by the time we landed in Singapore, I had been up already 24 hours. Or I think I was up for 24 hours, and by the time we actually got to Thailand, I had been up nearly 30 something hours, and I'm literally trying to shove the concierge out of the room so I could just sleep. He's like showing us all the features and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, I just need to sleep. Just please let me sleep. The only thing keeping me alive at the moment is the caffeine. Is 13 hours? Yeah. I'm okay with 13 hours because it's essentially a day. So by the time I get to my location, I'm already tired. Because remember, you got about 3 hours before the flights and all that kind of fun stuff, and yeah. All right, so this is downloading it again. Just a slight big puddle of water in between and another state. There was also, when I was a child, so after 9 hours, I asked my mum if I could get up. Yeah, I remember going up to Queensland as a child. And this is before we drove the car up there. So it was a very long drive. To point in fact, whilst we're downloading this, we might as well bring up the Google Maps. Just to point out how far this is. So let's go Melbourne. This is just a little slow at the moment. Alright, and then when you want directions, wow, this is slow today. Brisbane. Actually, let's say the Gold Coast. So Gold Coast, Queensland. Definitely don't want to do it biking. It'll take me 4 days. But yeah, it is 17 hours driving. And that has tolls. So essentially you want this other one which doesn't have tolls, so it's 20 hours. So I think we spent, I forgot where we stopped, but we stopped somewhere in New South Wales and then we did it in 2 days. And it was a long trip. To this day, I don't know why I wasn't insane by the time we got there. All right, looks like we're just applying the migrations. Don't know why this is taking so long. This should be really quick. We are driving to Vegas the end of September. 24-hour drive, holy hell. See, it's good if one person can sleep in the car, because then the person who can't properly sleep in the car can do the first 12 hours and that other person will sleep in the car, and then you just do the switcheroo. But yeah, I can't sleep in moving vehicles. Alright, so now we've got this, let's have a look at localhost. We're doing it 2 days, so yeah, fair enough. Alright, it's still doesn't like it. Copy value. Alright. Docker Django static files. Not served with Docker. Edit resolved. Hopefully this points out what went wrong. Alright, edit resolve. I was confused between local project and container architecture and had the same name for static root path where the static files should be after collect static file directories where Django should look after. Just change the project to static files. So static and updated. Static files equals so that's static files root. So he's saying an update directory in the settings. I just made an error, static directory instead of static files directories, but it doesn't change static files. So I've got static root. Docker compose. We're not using Nginx. It is working locally without Docker, but I think the problem is static root, which is the static. Yeah, I'm really confused what this person's trying to state and what they're been updated in the settings. All right. I'm still going to have a look and see what else other people have done. Django static files not loaded on Docker. I'm using Django 3. Want to Dockerize my project. Everything's working fine except the static files, which is what I'm having. Static files are loaded completely when I run the project normally, but after Dockerization, they're not loaded and throwing 404 error. So they've got static files directory as an array. They've done that. The compose file, web build. All right, it's volume. Oh, they've got source and source static. We're not using Nginx. Install Nginx normally and install the other Docker. You can try running collect static in your Docker file if you're running with debug false. Run Python manage collect status. All right, this is an easy one which we can do very quickly. All right, done. And then what we're going to do, exit, reboot. Copy to OceanSuite. Oh, it's still doing that thing. Oh. Once again, it shouldn't really matter. Still doing that thing. Serving Django static files with Docker, Nginx, and Unicorn. Oh, once again, I'm not using Nginx or anything like that. So static file directories. Static root. Base directory. What the... the directory structure is like this. All right, yep. Static my project, static root. Am I meant to put in volumes? Alright, you need to have a shared volume to the static root directory so that your Nginx container can reverse proxy to both the web server and static files in the direct server. Alright, cool. So static CDN, static root to static. And then web volumes, static CDN to app statics. But this should all be... I think this is a bit confusing because this is all Nginx. I don't want minus Nginx. Alright. Django, Docker, compose static files. No, I don't want Nginx. Dockerizing Django with cannot locate static files after deploying with Docker. Alright, static URL, static root. That's what I've done. They're using Flimbuster, that's perfectly fine. They're setting everything up, pip upgrade, yep, all right, cool. And then in here, they've got Django, restart always, build, Docker file, container name, Django, Unicorn workers, they're using static volume, media volume. They've got Celery, they've got Redis, they've got Nginx. Alright, I am gonna have to find out what's happening here. Alright. This is annoying. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what is going on. I'm going to have to investigate this. We do need to put it as a bug. Alright, so what we need to do is near beach docker can't access static files. The static files cannot be accessed unless we define the debug as true. This will need to the fixes will be either 1, implement the CDN for Cloudflare, or 2, implement static files for Docker containers. So I'm going to do a little bit of research with this. This is a showstopper at the moment. Either of those will be